PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals. I had no idea this organization had this huge of a following in the celebrity crowd.
Yes, it sure does. And tonight, a who's who of Hollywood decided to show up to PETA's 30th annual charity gala and show their support as to why saving the animals is so important. What's one great tip that everyone can take to make animals healthier, make them more prevalent?
One good tip? Buy fake fur. Yeah, we have great fake fur out there. Buy that. If you look at some of the footage that's going on in the mink farms and how these animals are being treated, I defy you to buy real fur after seeing that.
I love PETA. I think that what they do is so wonderful. I've done banning the carriage horses in New York was the first thing I did with them. I've done spay and neuter cats and dogs. I've done no fur. And whatever else PETA would like me to do, I will, because I think, the fact that they give a voice to those who don't have one is so important. And there are so many animals out there who need us. And if you go to PETA.com and if you found one thing that you were passionate about, then there you go. Then if everybody just did that, then that would make a huge impact.
What would you tell Liz Lemon about PETA?
Well, she loves ham. Yeah, she's addicted to ham. So we'd have to send her to Ham Anonymous.
Why did you want to get involved with this organization and do that whole campaign?
For me, I've always wanted to be doing a campaign for PETA. I grew up seeing them and was really, really a fan of them as well. And I also think it really gets the message out there, especially with, the audience that we can have just being out there more than, the average person. We can really get more people to hear us and to pay attention.
A ram, charge into my balls, And my hand is still messed up from it. Here's the deal. I'm in this.
You had a ram.
Yeah, ram. Charge into my nuts, And I had kind of a mental block in this pen, And so when the ram comes rearing back and charging in to my nuts, and I kept putting my hand down, to kind of block its horns, And as a result of doing that, my finger is still completely messed up, to this day. If I shake your hand and you've got a Macho Man handshake, I'm I think I'm permanently injured. And it's that's my karma, dude.
What's one quick tip that everyone can do to keep the animals safe?
Feed them, give them water. You know what? It's humanity. It's they need all the love that you need for yourself. So if you take care of yourself, you need a proper place to sleep, water to drink. You don't want to be crammed in a little box. You need enough room. If you have a big dog, I remember it broke my heart when I saw a Mastiff in a small New York, 10 by 10 room. I mean, this dog's huge.
It's not fair, right?
It's not fair, and I know you love your dog, but go live in somewhere where you can have a bigger place to love your dog and give him room.
I know that your campaign was really powerful. Tell me why you wanted to do that and get involved.
Well, being from Chinese descent, elephants are really, kind of a good luck thing in our community. But I saw a video that PETA put up about the elephants getting abused by the Ringling Brothers at the circus, and it was just really disgusting, and it's really sad. I think that people don't realize that all the lights and the colors, there's a lot of horror going on behind the curtain. So I thought I really wanted to do something. When they approached me, it was like a no-brainer.
Our demographic's obviously college students, but they're on their couch eating Taco Bell. They might not seem to care. Why should college students care? And what can they practically do if you don't have a huge budget?
I think it costs more money to buy silly things like meat, and it does. Taco Bell, I love Taco Bell, but I go there and I completely take out all the meat from whatever I'm ordering. And I do that anywhere. And people ask me, oh, if we want to go out to dinner, should we find a vegan restaurant? And I'd be like, I love that. I would appreciate that. That's really thoughtful of you. But you can truly go anywhere and just take the meat out of anything. So I always tell my friends, pick a place and I'll make the best of it. So you really don't have to go far out of your way.
Was there a specific instance that occurred that really made you want to get involved with the organization?
What's hilarious is because I worked on the movie Selena, and in that movie I had to hold a chicken for approximately 6 hours to shoot a scene. And if you've ever held a chicken, you have to hold it through its back legs and cradle its breastbone. If you've ever held a chicken breast with an actual heartbeat in it, it seriously makes you think about the animal. The chicken fell asleep in my hands, and I was like, what's the difference between this and my cat?
I actually just saw a screening of Secretariat. So my first question is, how does a movie like that involves an animal in such a prevalent role be treated ethically?
It can't be, and it isn't. You know, I'm a little bit of a dilemma in having done that film. You know, it's wonderful. It's nice people. Really like Diane. I think she did a wonderful job in the film. But when I went there and learned a little bit more about what happens to those horses and what racing is really like and what happens to the jockey, it's the same thing as having meat on your plate. If you don't think about how it got there, if you look at ribs and can't understand the cruelty, if you don't know what the slaughter process is, if you don't know what it's like to be in feedlots, if you don't know what it's like to have your offspring separated from you, if you don't give it any thought at all, then of course horse racing is fine, you know, but it isn't actually fine. It's dangerous, it's injurious to the animal, it's barbaric in many respects. And so, you know, it's a wonderful film and a wonderful story, but I wish we did not do that to our fellow creatures.
Really?
I'm feeling inspired.
I
would never eat you if you were an animal.
I'm leaving.
Okay, as long as you support the tigers and the mice. From PETA's 30th Hollywood Charity Gala, for Nair, I'm Deidre Behar of UWIRE for ESPNU.